NBA2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Thrilled to be back in Oklahoma City. The Thunder ready for that home court advantage. The story here, Enes Kanter, injured, unable to play.
Well, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of his injury. We only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came out of their previous game, but now they sound sure about it. Hopefully we see him back on
him to be back in a matter of a few weeks.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for Kanter in at the point guard.
So, you know, Anthony Morrow, one of the real lasers as a long-range bomber in the
help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm gonna let it slide.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Kansas City shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Mason with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Adams dishes to Morrow. That's good. Morrow's got his first bucket of the night. For Kansas City, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Mason for 3. Good.
Mason.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. To the paint. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Dion Waiters.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Mason inside the line. And Kansas City decides to take their first time out here. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
You just have to admire the versatility they were able to display offensively.
Scoring came from every direction, all over the place. I mean, if one approach didn't work for them, they found another one that did.
And it's a completely new group here for Kansas City. Graham kicks to Lucas. The pass to Green. The feed to Graham. Lets the 3 fly, and that one's good. Graham's got his first 3 points of the game. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. There's a good screen. Here's Morrow. His shot is good, making a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Lets the 3 fly on. Another 3 for Kansas City.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Thunder trailing by 4. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I briefly spoke with Billy Donovan. I asked him if he had a plan for all the speed he'll be up against, and he told me a key would be transition defense, saying speed shows up most in the transition game, and we feel if we take that away from them, we have a major advantage. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Doris. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Wizards in Washington.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt. You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Westbrook, no good. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that Greg, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And going against Kansas City, their first meeting of the season.
And guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year they would have liked to see a little bit more of them the way they were able to take care of their business.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I mean, anytime you have an advantage on the team and you're looking to pile up wins, you'd like to have them on your schedule more times than just a couple.
And now it's a double-digit lead. 6. Points for B.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
There's Green with the 3. Another 3 for Kansas City.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Payne, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And then for Kansas City, T comes in for Lucas. And it's D in for Shake and Bake. Kansas City leading by 13. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Payne. And the wide open shot from Green. And another basket for Kansas City.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
They set the pick. Augustine dishes to McGarry. Out to the wing. They need this. Augustine, no luck.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
From deep, Green. That's good. Green's got 13 points.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Out left to the wing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Down low. Sinks it. And the shot from McGarry. McGarry's got his first points of the game.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Here's Graham. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And, Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll.
And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence
he trusts you every time.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is. Huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Kansas City.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Setting the floor for Kansas City. G is out there with Green. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Shake and Bake. And it's B in at the 3 spot. Waiters, he's checked in for Payne.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
Thunder trailing by 20. Now here's Waiters. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Up the floor. Here, second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Embiid with the steal. Here,
excellent job of taking advantage.
Timeout. Start it.
now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of size, speed, agility, practically unparalleled.
And it's Westbrook missing.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. For Kansas City, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. That free throw, no good. Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot Greg 63% from the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
Looking at who's out there now for Kansas City. Dubs checked in for B. The kid comes in for Green. And it's Mason in for G. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And Adams with the slam.
Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle. And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Goes up, got a piece of it. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Fires the 3. Count that one. 6 points for the kid.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. 20 feet out. And that one comes up a bit short.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but they're just really struggling this quarter.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Waiters on the wing. Three-pointer. That's good. Waiters got his first 3 points of the game.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Shake and bake passes to the kid. Feeds it to Mason. We've got 1:55 left now here in the second. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
Plays it up and banks it in.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Thunder trailing by 21.
Timeout call for the Thunder.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Mitch McGary's checked in for Adams. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Payne, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And he gets it to go.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Here's Lucas. And another basket for Kansas City.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Here's Payne. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Waiters kicks to Payne. Off target with his three.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Augustine dishes to Payne. And the foul called on ABC. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution for the Kansas City team. B. Green. Brown.
16 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Kansas City foul. Green.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first one falls. Payne hits them both. And here is Graham. Screen by Ellis. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the Replay Review Center in Secaucus queuing.
And so a pretty lopsided.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now we take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half call.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at G in this game, he's been everywhere.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll soon find out, because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2, and it's Morrow in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Kansas City shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. No good on that one.
Ellis. 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Westbrook.
Hey, get Westbrook.
Up and in on the layup. Westbrook's got 8 points.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Well, when you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
To the paint and taken away by Ellis. The kid passes to Dub. Stolen by Westbrook. Morrow kicks to Westbrook. Inside. It's Ibaka. That time on the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And for all the flash and dash in Oklahoma City over the past few years, Serge Ibaka silently goes about his business. While all eyes are on the mega stars, Durant and Westbrook, Ibaka lurks around like a jaguar. I mean, finding opportunities to exploit any weakness in the opposition.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Adams' shot is good.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Kansas City leading by 21. Here's the kid. The rebound by Ibaka. Talking about Ibaka, he does so many things that help his team. The little things that always make a difference, even with his superb free throw shooting. Up to a remarkable, Clark, 84% last year.
Yeah, but, you know, Ibaka had an injury of his own. As much as people talked about Durant's injury, the knee soreness Ibaka had cost him 18 games last year, so that was tough for him.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Embiid with the steal. And Kansas City pushing it up now. Here's the kid. It's good from long range. The kid's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for Kansas City. And there's the whistle. That goes on Flash. That is his first foul of the game. The Thunder have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Screen by Ibaka. Morrow dishes to Westbrook. And they come right back with their own 3-point. Westbrook's got 11 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Thunder trailing by 21. Pass to Waiters. To the wing right side. Here's Morrow. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 3rd rebound on the night. The kid sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. The kid's got 9 points now in just the second half. Oklahoma City's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And Fresh picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Thunder making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. D, he's checked in for Kansas City. G comes in for the kid.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Mitch McGary comes in for Adams. And Nick Collison subbed in for Serge Ibaka. And then for Kansas City, Embiid comes in for D. And it's the kid in for G. Here's the kid. Another 3 for Kansas City.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly.
Field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. And he gets it to go. Augustine's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. You got to like what the kid has done in this game.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Payne, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Cameron Payne.
1:11 left in the third quarter. Outside Collison. No good on the triple.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's the kid. Another 3 for Kansas City.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Payne's shot is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Morrow. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Augustine against Mason. Takes a shot at the elbow, and that one goes long.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it, after doing a nice job to get open.
OKC, make some noise.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know.
Kansas City calls timeout.
Start it.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
Setting the floor for Kansas City. Dub is out there with Ellis. Then there's Mason. Then there's Embiid. And it's the kid in at the 2 spot.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Payne kicks to Collison. Lays it up and banks it in. Collison's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Oklahoma City. Fires the 3, and he gets it to go. .37 points for the kid.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Now here's Payne. D right on him. High arcing shot. Rebounded by Kansas City. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Payne kicks to Roberson. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. That's good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Oklahoma City has gone to the 3-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Payne to the wing right side. Roberson gets the bucket. Roberson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And some changes here for Kansas City. Lucas comes in for Joel Embiid, and B subbed in for Dub. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Over to the left wing. Roberson, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
They're doing their best to erase the deficit here with some smart passes and some good shooting. I mean, those two things go hand in hand. If you're going to make shots, then the passes have to be on target and on time.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's the kid. Another three for Kansas City.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Now here's Payne, guarded by Mason. That's tipped. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Wasted no time on that one. 52 points for the kid. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Kansas City.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
For Kansas City, they've gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Another three for Kansas City.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
The dish now to Ellis. Here's the kid. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's McGarry. The rebound by Mason. Mason's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's the kid. This one for 3. That one goes. Count it. The kid's got 58.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
1:31 left in the game. Roberson can't hit.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Kansas City.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And what a huge standout performance it was for the kid. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
To the inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Kansas City.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The drive by Collison, and easy 2 points on the layup.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
And stolen by Lucas. Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. Guys, your thoughts?
Now that you can tell there's some bad blood here. They're just rubbing it in now by calling a timeout.
Yeah, there really isn't much for them to be talking about. This is rubbing it in and adding salt to the wound.
Kansas City calls timeout.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. What do you think, guys?
You know, I'm not sure why you call a timeout this late. I mean, the game is more or less over.
I think they might just be taking a few extra seconds to enjoy the win. Is that plausible?
Or maybe just rubbing it in. That's possible.
And so Kansas City takes the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan Player of the Game? An absolutely astounding and historic night.